For all you gnocchi lovers out there, today we have a special version for you which is perfect for fall, gnocchi di zucca. Let's get started. First things first, the potatoes. I've chosen these red-skinned ones, which are more suitable for gnocchi because they're drier. I put them in cold water. Bring to a boil, after which I'll leave them for only about 30-40 minutes. They should be still fairly dry, but soft enough that the prongs of a fork can easily go into them once they're ready. Meanwhile, take care of the pumpkin. In this case as well, it's important to choose a variety which doesn't have too high of a water content so that the gnocchi will be dry. So I recommend using butternut squash or mantua pumpkin, like the one I'm using here. I remove the seeds, the peel, after which I cut out some thinner slices. I spread them out on a baking sheet lined with parchment paper and then bake them in a conventional oven at 200 degrees Celsius for 15-20 minutes. The potatoes are cooked, the fork test, perfect. I've already peeled them, and the pumpkin is also ready, so I'm going to make a fountain of sifted flour in the middle of the pastry board. I'm going to mash the potatoes in the middle, add the salt, pepper, and let's not forget the nutmeg. Very fragrant and perfect with pumpkin. I also mash the pumpkin while it's still warm. As you can see, when it's baked like this, it stays nice and dry. I work it briefly with a scraper. The same rule always applies to gnocchi, so the dough should be worked as little as possible. Again, I form a dip in the middle, I break the egg into it, beat it, and incorporate it into the dough to form a block again. I add the potato starch, which will make the dough soft, and keep working it until it's incorporated in. And now that it's smooth and homogeneous, I'm going to cover it and let it rest for 10 minutes. And now it's time to shape the gnocchi. First of all, I cut off one piece of the dough while making sure that the rest is still covered. Then I sprinkle some flour around to help me. And I'm going to form a cylinder with about the same diameter as a roll of coins. Then I cut off small pieces of about 1.5 to 2 centimeters, riga gnocchi, and I'm going to drag the little pieces across it in a way that creates a small bowl in the center and line them up like that. Obviously, at this stage, as an alternative to flour, you can also use semolina. This kind of work is very relaxing and meditative. Now I can throw in the gnocchi. And as soon as they surface, take them out and straight into the dressing. And here are our gnocchi di zucca. These are so good that you just need butter and sage to make them special. I'm going to taste them right now. I recommend that you try out this recipe. Let us know if you liked it. Send us some pictures of your own dishes and follow us on our social media. Bon appétit!